Reaching the Narayanpur Union in northern Bangladesh requires crossing 4 different river ghats. It is a remote patch of land, entirely cut off by the massive expanse of the Brahmaputra River. Taju Vai was born into this isolation. At 30 years old, he works as a construction laborer in Dhaka, performing heavy manual labor to support his landless, hearing-impaired parents. In his village, homes sit on eroding riverbanks. There is little infrastructure, and the area faces constant seasonal flooding, conditions that typically remain invisible to the rest of the country. In a place where physical survival is the primary focus, a smartphone video about a local snack became an improbable catalyst for a national conversation. On Independence Day, Taju recorded himself at a market stall, asking a vendor in his local dialect about the price of jalebi. He innocently asked if the sweets were being sold at the government rate. He posted the clip to his Facebook page, Taju Vai 2.0. Almost overnight, his followers climbed from 6,000 to 90,000, and the video reached 5.5 million views. The response was polarized. While some viewers praised his simplicity, many others filled the comments with mockery, using his rustic language and lack of education as the basis for a viral meme. Taju eventually addressed the trolls directly. He explained that he never set foot in a school due to poverty, and that he makes videos specifically to forget his family's hardships. Taju's sudden prominence highlights a specific gap in the Bangladeshi media landscape, a phenomenon that researchers now formally call boom journalism. This academic paper defines boom journalism as a market-driven system. It prioritizes high viewership and viral content, sacrificing accuracy for speed. The research points to a convergence of corporate interests and political patronage, encouraging newsrooms to focus on sensationalist narratives that generate immediate clicks. This creates a massive information vacuum. Because reporting on remote, impoverished districts like Kurigram is highly expensive and rarely goes viral, these regions are structurally excluded from the national news cycle. The pursuit of profitable engagement metrics has left millions of rural citizens without a reliable platform to voice their grievances. Taju realized that his 5 million viewers represented a rare opportunity. He began using his reach to document the very things the mainstream media ignored. He began filming the broken roads of Narayanpur and the homes completely marooned by floodwaters. He showed his audience exactly what it looks like to be cut off from basic services. He directly challenged the administration and professional journalists, asking why they never visited his district to see these conditions for themselves. Throughout these videos, he insisted on one point: I am not a journalist. He maintained his original goal was simply to draw attention to his community's lack of development. A construction laborer with a smartphone managed to bypass the entire media industry to report on the realities of the river islands. As Taju continued to post, the tone of his comment sections shifted. People began to see him as an advocate, frequently tagging government officials in his videos. Taju lacks the suits and polished vocabulary of a professional reporter. He films in his work clothes, standing in the mud of his village. His videos provide a direct contrast to the sensationalism of the capital. He covers the local struggles that professional newsrooms have largely abandoned. Taju derives his authority from his proximity to the struggle. He captures the specific details of rural life that polished institutional reporting frequently overlooks. This story illustrates how digital tools allow the extreme periphery to reach the center of power. While the mainstream media remains focused on viral outrage, grassroots creators like Taju are documenting the immediate, physical needs of their communities. Taju Vai continues to claim he isn't a journalist, yet his work fulfills the profession's core purpose, bringing ignored truths to light. In an era of manufactured drama and elite silence, the most vital news of the year was recorded on a simple mobile phone in a forgotten river island.